back to the grind with the only free MMA channel that fucking matters, full-time MMA. And it's looking like El Jefe stopped Ariel Helwani from asking questions at Wednesday's UFC 214 press conference. Ariel Helwani was in attendance and tried to ask questions at the event, but when he was about to get the microphone, UFC President Dana White wrapped up the press conference. The fan asked Ariel Helwani why he wasn't able to ask any questions, and he responded by revealing what happened. This is what Ariel Helwani had to say on Twitter. He said, "I tried. I asked for the mic early on, but by the time I was on deck, they wrapped." So, now there's articles saying that UFC officials banned Ariel Helwani from the asking questions at the press conference. But from everything I've been able to read, I can't confirm that, so I'm not going to get on here and say that Ariel Helwani was banned. But I will say he was not able to ask questions at the press conference, and as a lot of people know, he's the top MMA journalist, reporter out there. He's won like MMA Journalist of the Year, I believe, like 8 years in a row or some crazy shit I heard. It's not even close as far as credentials go. A lot of people don't like Ariel Helwani because they think he whines, he complains, he lies on Dana White, he instigates. There's a lot of things some people don't like about Helwani, but the fact is, his show, The MMA Hour, is a must-watch for MMA fans for the simple fact he's built his credentials and his resume up so far. That's got the biggest base for a pure MMA audience. So a lot of fighters, a lot of officials go on Ariel Helwani's show to break the news. So if you want to hear the breaking news as soon as it comes out, you're going to be tuning into Ariel Helwani's show, and that's just a fact. But that doesn't change the fact he is a polarizing figure in the MMA community, because there's some fighters that refuse to talk to Ariel Helwani, and there are UFC officials or just officials in the MMA game that do stuff like this to Ariel Helwani. Dana White, one of Ariel Helwani's biggest rivals at this point, he got Ariel Helwani fired from the McGregor-Mayweather coverage, and now they wrapped up the conference as soon as Ariel Helwani was able to get a microphone. This is one thing I'm curious about, is if Ariel Helwani asked the rest of the press row, "Hey, I got some questions to ask," like, what's the order? I don't know the order. Did he show up late? I'm sure that's not the case with Ariel Helwani. He's pretty professional. He gets places on time, I would assume, I mean, from everything I'm under the impression of. But you would think that they would give the most notable MMA media outlets the mic first. Now, I don't know how that goes, so I'm not going to go too far into it. But what I will say is I've seen other analysts say that they choose when they ask questions. Some of them say they like asking questions in the middle. That's why they ask them there. So, I don't know. I'm guessing that Ariel Helwani was on Dana White's radar. He must have, you know what happened in the fantasy fight. You know why Dana White dove off the stage and attacked Ariel Helwani, allegedly. In the fantasy fight, Ariel Helwani gave him the, "Suck it, what, motherfucker, what?" He flexed at Dana White, and Dana White said, "Hold on, homie. Guess what? Let's wrap this shit up, because if we don't wrap this press conference up, there's about to be some fucking sparks flying, and I'm about to whoop his ass." So they wrapped up the press conference. Dana White's being the bigger man here. He's not trying to get into a real life scuffle with Ariel Helwani, but Ariel Helwani's tempting him. Ariel Helwani is coming at him, and he's taunting him at every turn, every corner Dana White turns. There's Ariel Helwani. "What, motherfucker, what? Let me ask a question, bitch. What?" I'm just playing, man. That's a joke. But if you haven't yet, check out the fucking Dana White versus Ariel Helwani fantasy fight. It's golden. It is what it is, man. I don't know what else to say. It's looking like Dana White's not done with Ariel Helwani, and it's probably not going to end anytime soon. I'm sure on the MMA Hour we're going to hear all about it. You know, "Hey guys, I just want to address the situation. I'm going to hold my head high. I'm not going to stoop to his level. He is taking food away from my children's mouths, but I'm okay with that. I'm going to be unbiased, and I'm just going to keep getting fired from press conferences and acting like it never happened. Dana White, I don't understand why he's doing this to me, but I'm just going to let bygones be bygones." And that's what's going to happen. That's maybe word for word. I don't know. It's going to be funny. I'm sure he's going to acknowledge it on the show. With that being said, it is what it is. I think I already said the outro, so bitch, I'm out. How is a girlfriend like a laxative? They both irritate the shit out of you.